morning. Today's thoughts are concerning institutionalization. There are many forms of it. It takes the form of relying on a system for your survival. Being programmed to go along to get along is basically the gist of the definition. But in kind of like everyday speak, that's basically what it is. You're taught to behave in a certain way, to be socially accepted, receive help, receive love, receive care. So you basically end up deriving your value because your status depends on going with the program. Your job, your money, your ability to kiss up to those in power. And these things are repeated. They're demonstrated in many different ways. Prison is actually really good at doing this to people because they are confined. Movements are restricted. You don't get paid. You kind of get out of your cell to work a job in the kitchen, in the laundry, some way or another. And you really just make like pennies on the dollar. You're still dependent on hoping that someone on the outside will post a couple bucks on your books to make sure that you're comfortable so that you can spend it on commissary. And then you learn to get along with those alongside you and form networks of within the institutionalization for survival, basically. And because it is the cheapest, most effective way, in fact, to get people to behave in a certain way, to institutionalize a population, the DOJ went ramshack on getting a handle on many people who are not necessarily openly criminals, but just enough of a handle on them to modify and make sure that they do what they want them to do, behave how they want them to behave, stay away from who they want them to stay away from, etc. And in fact, it is a money-making opportunity. With the privatization of prisons, it's become a system of capitalism. There are so many changes happening so quickly with AI. America used to be able to get people to behave by their jobs because they were dependent on working. So they were able to modify behaviors by saying, hey, if you don't act right, we're not going to keep you here. Now that the age of industrialization is over, that is no longer a form of control for most people. Now that people were becoming independently wealthy and influential with social media, they had to figure out how can we get a handle on these people. They can't all be criminals, so we have to find a way to keep a hold and a check on people. Enter Neuralink or some sort of mental device and a study and a prison population. All right. So now we see the reasons behind the what. You now realize that, you know what, I'm not the only one. Sam Smith, I know I'm not the only one. Absolutely not. And because they can't do it to immigrants, there's no way to get a handle on someone you don't have officially counted. They're not officially a part of our number. We have no use for you. But we'll make one. We'll find something for you to do. We'll find a way to get you in our grips. Very few people are able to resist that level of coercive control. and reprogramming, behavior modifications. But people are learning that it is possible, slowly but surely. However, most of us kind of just went along with the program, and they're off selling it to other countries, selling this idea in other places, thinking themselves so smart, so wise. Look at what we can do, Stuart. Look what I can do. So, making money, trying to stay ahead of the market. There's more than one medical device company. So, before you get mad at one company, one of them's popular. One of them has all the government contracts. We all know it. It's in the news every day. One of them's buddy with our president. It's undeniable. So, it is what it is. I didn't sell anyone to go on camera and be seen eating pancakes every day with the president. Possibly you didn't think that anyone would talk about this because everyone's under non-disclosure agreements, except a few of us. But you guys have a good life, and I guess we'll learn how to break free from these institutions, the institutional way of life.